Arcade players, get ready. The new Atari 5200 Super System is here. With a controller so advanced it plays arcade. Graphics so real it looks arcade. With arcade hits you can't play on any other system. No other home video system can touch it. The new Atari 5200 Super System. It's as good as you are, maybe even better. Next time.
I hope the camera's getting all of this because this is a big, huge box and I'm a little tired. Had a long day past couple days, but just as I was going to nap, this showed up and I was gonna wait for later, but as you can see, there's a big fucking hole in the box because people can't fucking read when it says fragile.
Dear clumsy bellboys, brutal cab drivers, careless doormen, ruthless porters, savage baggage masters, and all butterfingered luggage handlers all over the world. Have we got a suitcase for you?
So I'm using the dining room to open it because it's a huge box. But then again, the Atari 5200 is a huge console. So I'm gonna open her up. And I'm opening on camera because if there's any damage, you know, it's always good, especially when there's damage on the box, to open it on camera because you never know what a seller might try to do, especially if it's insured, which this is supposed to be. So you can tell the seller, hey, look, I had nothing to do with it. And you can open the box and show the damage. So I'm gonna try to flip this over here. I know the camera's probably, hopefully the cameras get some of this. I can't really see too much because it's right at the chandelier. We have a low chandelier in here. So it's good. It came with a lot of padding. So it comes with one 5200 game, and that's Joust. But we don't need to worry about that because we got the Atari Max. And this 5200 has been completely refurbished, modified. I'll show you that in a second. Let's just undo the joystick. The joystick's been completely refurbished, and as you can see, the joystick doesn't self-center. That's what the rubber boot does, and the rubber boot's new. All these are gold contacts by Atari parts, and one of these days I'm going to make a separate video showing you how to completely rebuild the 5200 controller. For now, Ivory Tower does a great, I literally learned everything that I know about the 5200 from Ivory Tower. So Ivory Tower Collections on YouTube. So if you're even thinking of getting a 5200, or you got one, you're trying to figure out how to refurbish it, or maybe you need to rebuild a joystick, they just put one up showing you how the boot works. So if you need any of that, Ivory Tower Collections, you'll learn so much, not just about the 5200, but about Atari in general. Now this is a special power adapter because, where the fuck did I put that razor? This 5200, while it's a 4-port, it has the power mod, so you can say goodbye to that switch box that is so expensive and barely works anymore. So, as I said earlier in the video, pretty much every problem, and this is a new adapter, pretty much every problem with the 5200 has been solved, except for obviously the self-centering joystick, but there's other ways around that. And you'll see now why I needed this big ass why I needed this big ass box for. Because holy moly, look at this. Yes, folks, this is exactly how big the 5200 is. And mind you, a big part of this is just where they hold the controllers at. Now, usually I would just try to slide it out, but obviously 5200, you're not going to be able to do that. So we're going to be careful on this thing. Oh, wow. And of course, we got, like I said, we got to be really careful on this thing. And this is the 5200. Yes, I know it has these couple marks, so I'm going to try to see if I can clean that up. But I already know it's there. But this is the 4-port unit. You can hear the clicky sound of the button. And yeah, it uses this huge card slot. And it's a big premium product for the time because, first of all, this is for the controller. And the controller obviously fits in like this. The manual actually suggests that you wrap the controller cord around the joystick and put it in. But since he's got this thing on it, I'm going to see if I can get it in like this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. It's fine. Alright, so as you can see, it is the 4-port unit, which means it can play everything. If you have the 2-port, it can play the 2600 cartridges with the 2600 VCS adapter. It cannot play certain games. Pitfall and Mountain King are 2 of them, but there's others that have control problems. And at least on this one you can, and it's already been done here, is adjust the pokey. Because everybody knows the pokey for sound, but the pokey also handles the controls. So it's very important that that's adjusted properly. Now here's the main event. And by the way, why he didn't put it over here, I have no idea, because this expansion was never used in the 5200. But he put it over here. And this has the Atari UAV on it, which is a board for this 2600, the 7800. Even though there's better for that now, you can just pick up a game drive and have RGB. And then for the 2600, there's the 2600 RGB from Tim Worthington. And yes, technically there's one for the 5200 with the Sophia mod, but that's like a couple $100, and I'm not doing that. Especially since I have a retro tank. So we had the power mod. So you plug your power directly in here now, instead of the stupid switch box. And now you also have composite video or S-video. I'm going to be using S-video. And then your AV jacks. So it's going to look the best that a 5200 can look. Obviously, this isn't compatible with the VCS adapter because it doesn't have an asterisk. I don't know if the seller made that adjustment. I doubt it. Because let's be honest, if you're going to collect these things, chances are you have a VCS already. Or in my case, I have a 7800 and I got a Coleco coming in that's AV modded, but has the expansion module. The expansion module for the Coleco is $40. So it's not worth it to modify a 5200 and play 2600 on there when ColecoVision's a much better option. So this is the 5200. So now we're just going to be hooking it up and playing some damn games. All right. As you could see, we have the 5200 along with the Atari Max cart and the rebuilt controller, the wires hanging out the back. And we should be ready to go. We're giving this a try. Hopefully we have no problems with the tripod. Because you know how that thing is. I have to do it on an angle because of how the 5200 is. And also this adapter's sort of short. But it's whatever at this point. I think this is the best I'm going to get it. So let's try it together now. 3, 2, 1. And we have life. And this is AV. Nice. This is awesome. Now, it's not on the RetroTink. It's straight AV through the TV. And you can see how it's analog, because even just the slightest movement will make it go down. It also shows that it's not self-centering either. So let's go down just a little bit. And press the bottom fire button to go through the list. Now let's play one game that I know is going to take full advantage of it. And that's Missile Command. And I'm just going to start. Listen to that. It's a little shaky. That's fine. It's almost like a mouse cursor. This is where the analog control comes into play, and why it's a little shaky. Some artifacting that shows up sometimes. I have to have it show this video too. Oh, there's still more. And of course, we're just going to reset it. And we're going to show you a little bit of the problems this can have. Clearly, you're seeing a little bit with the joystick. I wonder if you can use the numbers. Okay, so you can use the number pad to go up and down, which is cool. That's cool of it to do. And we're gonna go to Pac-Man, because clearly Pac-Man's a game that you're really gonna feel the controller be bad on. And we're gonna select Pac-Man, and this should be a trip. Try to play Pac-Man with a 5200 controller. Oh boy. So it is there. Let me try to turn it off and turn it back, or like reseat it a little bit. Because remember, the Pokey not only controls the sound, but it also controls the control. The control also controls the Pokey as well. So, because the Pokey adjustment actually helps with that. Yeah, see, I'm getting a rhythm with Pac-Man. But see how much of a pain in the ass it is to play Pac-Man with the controller? That definitely needs more of an adjustment. So I want to take this into the bedroom and see if I have problems with it on the retro tank. I think I'm gonna still have problems there, but let me try one more time. And that's the controller doing that. Clearly. At least I know the cartridge works. The system probably just needs a pokey adjustment. The seller said he did it, but, you know, obviously he didn't test it with everything, I don't think. You see it right here. Because I have seen that problem before with Pac-Man on other videos, as well as a few other games. And that could be, like I said, because of the pokey. So I gotta definitely message the seller, see what to do now. Alright, as you can see here, there's the 5200. And here it is connected to S-Video. I had a hell of a bitch of a time getting it in. It looks great. Don't mind the ghosting. That only shows up, like, it doesn't show up if you're looking further away. Case in point. It's got the fucking light on for, I don't know, whatever reason. But, unfortunately, playing it on S-Video doesn't fix the problem. Because you can see the lines are still there. So it's definitely not like a composite versus S-Video thing, although I really wanted to check that because I was maybe sort of hoping it was. Maybe there was, I mean, it would still have to have gotten fixed either way, but at least I know for now, I believe it's a pokey adjustment problem. Either I've seen it on Ivory Tower or I've seen it on Atari Age, where this was a possible problem with the 5200. And I don't know also if it was maybe another problem because it was dropped on the way here or something, because you see there's a rip in, you saw there was a rip in the box. So I don't know if it came that way during transit, because the 5200 came with insurance and with signature confirmation. So at least there's insurance on the box, and God forbid. But everything else works other than this. So I don't understand, you know, what's causing this problem. Come on, get the pedal. There we go. Fuck. I don't know how much of this is getting. I know my lives are pretty much done. I'm trying to get to the first intermission. Okay, so you see it doesn't happen here. So I don't know what. By the way, don't mind that light part. That's just because the RetroTink works on HDR. So it automatically adjusts the blackness levels when the level starts. What if I reset it, if it'll... Oh, that's right, I gotta press the reset on the cartridge. Yeah, that's the black level in the S video. Let's see here. That's a little annoying though. Because it was doing that before when I was trying to connect the S video up. So I don't know if it's trying to lock onto a brightness signal or not. Because for the 2600, there is a composite signal block. And if you do it for the 7800, there's also a profile for playing 2600 through the 78. There is no profile right now for the 5200. So I just have it on the standard S video, doing my usual thing with the advanced settings. Have it on HDR. I'm going to go down with this a little bit. I think Pole Position was another game that's supposed to not work as far as like video issues if this is not calibrated correctly. Because that's the garbage on the right-hand screen I don't give a shit about. Oh, wow. Yeah, see how the car is just a mess? And no matter where I move... I'm trying to do this one-handed. No matter where I move on the controller, it doesn't work. I can't move left or right in pole position. So that tells me it's a pokey problem. That the pokey needs to be adjusted. Because, see, there's video issues in Pac-Man, but it also affects the controller. The controller's plugged in all the way, so there's no problem with that. See, I'm moving left and right, and I can't move the car at all. So, yeah, this is definitely a pokey problem. So, hopefully, you know, I'd rather let the seller do it because, you know, that's how things work. You always want to try to let the seller handle it, especially if they've done work for you in the past. But if they don't, then I guess I'll have to do it myself. All right, here is the Atari 5200 opened up, as I need to adjust the pokey. And you can see this hot glue gun job over there. Oh, lordy cakes. There's the UAV right there. Also with some hot glue. Holy shit. Some other bodges and shit. I guess that's supposed to be ground? Oh, this is a mess. And the guy says he was doing it for 20-something years. Now, look, I can't fucking solder. Okay? I can't solder at all, you know, but... this is a little neat, but... Hot glue? Resistors? Like... I don't know what the fuck that is. And I don't know why my camera won't focus. There we go. What in the holy mother of fuck is that? Oh, shit. All right. So I'm going to try to adjust the pokey myself, see how I do. After seeing the inside, I decided to just return the unit. Once the seller got it, despite him telling me to return it, he claimed it to be a bad solder joint and didn't want a refund, claiming to not have the funds to do so. eBay wound up stepping in to refund me, and from there, things took a turn. In contact with Retro Game Boys, they got me into contact with Ivory Tower Collections, a channel I've long subscribed to and learned a lot from. At the same time, a huge lot went unpurchased on eBay and went back up. The huge shipping cost is what scared people away. However, with the right owner willing to rebuild,
it could be a great score. And guess what?